What up, what up, what up? Is I, Nastradamus, Nas the Stampede. And it's back to another Overtime with Nas. That's right, it's time to clock in some overtime on your boy to do the job. I'm the one who's going to send the checks in the mail. They're never going to get to you though, so don't get your hopes up. Anyways, welcome to Overtime with Nas. And let's get on with the show then, I guess, right? You know me, I never really get anything planned out. I just go ahead with the flow. It is technically the 21st of May right now. It's 2 a.m. and earlier today I had a good day. I mean, it started off, it was raining like crazy, freaking thunderstorm. I'm waking up. I was, my whole plan was get up, go to ASIN, which is Anime Central, anime convention here, the biggest one in Chicago, and then afterwards go to NXT TakeOver Chicago, which is like a big deal for a wrestling fan like me. And then I saw the weather and I was like, I really don't want to go out. And I really don't want to deal with this. So, excuse me. So I stayed in. Turns out by the afternoon, it was fine, and I was like, "Fuck it." I went ahead and I went to the convention and walked around for like 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever long it was. I don't know. I guess I don't. It's not what it used to be for me. Anime Central was such a big deal for me, and it was big for me, back when I was in my 20s, and I guess I just grew out of it, maybe. It's just, there's nothing for me there anymore. I had some great memories there, and, I mean, shit doesn't top what it used to be. I was looking through Twitter of all the ASIN hashtags, and I saw one, because, the rave right now, which I think it finished by now. The rave is like the biggest thing at ASIN on Saturday nights. And I'm thinking, man, I'm 32. Like, what will I look like being in that rave right now at this age? Everybody there is in teenagers to their freaking 20s, and I'm a freaking 32-year-old. Like, the only other older people are the ones that are like on stage performing and shit, working behind the scenes and whatnot. I'll be a 32-year-old there looking at these young ass skimpy it's not slutty word I'm looking for. Scampy, right? Scampy? Trampy. These young trampy girls dressed up and shit, dancing, going crazy to freaking EDM, whatever the hell the music is called, EDMS, PMS, whatever, dance and techno and all this bullshit, and I'm just there looking at them like an old pervy or something. It's like I don't know, like, I don't know how they look at me. Like, who's this old bastard? Like, I remember being at the rave before. And, getting down, there'll be like some old guy with a camera walking around and shit. I mean, like, old, like, really, like, look older than me. Like, balding. Like, I'm bald. I'm already bald. Fuck it. But this guy is, like, balding. Like, he still has hair around the edges, and it's bald on top. And he look old. He look like somebody's grandfather or something. Or somebody's father. And he's there just chilling. I don't know. I don't think it's for me anymore. I mean, I had my hurrah there, and it was great to freaking share it with someone else. But now it's just like, I don't know, and I'm old, man. I like being home. I always like being home. Like, look, I got no problem. I like to be out. I'm a homebody, but I like to be out too, you know? Like, if there was something for me to do right now, I would have been out there doing it. But there really isn't. I mean, I could have just went back to the convention and just hanged in the lobbies and whatnot. But I'm not a very social person either. It's not like I'm going to hang in the lobby and then I see some people talking about something and then I'll just, like, throw myself in there. Like, all weird and shit. No, I'm not like that. That's not me. Nah. That ain't me. Yo, I hope that this the sound is coming out and it's not like choppy or breaking up or anything like that. I'm using a new mic. This is my second time using it for a podcast. The first time around didn't sound so good. I'm probably thinking that it was the freaking recorder itself doing this. So this is second time around, and if it's not that good, I apologize. Next time I won't do it like this live, I guess. I don't know. Going back to the freaking convention, the rave. So yeah, I can be doing that. I'm not, or just like not convention, the rave, but just doing anything. Like I can be in the lobby right now over there and just like hanging around. I'm seeing a cosplayer's chat, and he's just went there to the hotel lobby and hanging out and shit. Like, you don't even have to buy a badge to go over there. Just go and hang out in the fucking lobby. And everybody's all dressed up or whatever, and he's walking around and he's sharing Jack Daniels to these hotties, and they're drinking it and shit like that. Like, I can't even do. You know what? Okay, no. You know how I could do this? It's if I'm with my guys. It's the only way. Don't expect to come up to me solo and be like, expect the shaman of badassery to just take effect. Just the nasty stampede to just come out. The Nostradamus just come out. It doesn't work that way. Now, if I'm comfortable with you, then I would do it. If I'm with my boys, then it's all out. Like, I am unleashed. I am me. Which makes me think like how I am when I'm with ladies by myself. I'm very like I'm different, I think. Not like I don't want to say like I'm different or something like that. Like, oh shit, I'm an asshole. No, it's more serious. Not really. I don't know how to explain it. It's different. It's a different Nazes. There's two different things. The way I am to my mother is different compared to the way I am to my freaking friends, compared to the way I am to someone I'm being intimate with. It's all different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. So going back to the main point, I'm too old for that rave shit and staying up late and whatnot. And I wasn't even like, I didn't even have a good, I had a good time at the con, even though I was solo. But there's not much for me to do there. Like, I love C2E2. That's the thing. I go with my friends, and I meet up with freaking cybergoons, and there's just a lot of more things I'm interested in. I guess my head is not so into the anime game anymore. Like, the only anime really I'm still watching is One Piece. I haven't jumped into any new animes. People told me to watch One Punch Man, and I haven't watched One Punch Man because I mean, it's not like I don't want to. It's just I don't have a need to right now or something. It's like there's so much I watch at the moment. Is this little time for me to get invested into something totally new and keep watching it. One Piece is just, I've been invested in it for years, and it's still going, and I still love it. You know, like, it's one of those hardcore dedications. Like when I watch Smallville, some people fell off of it, and I still watch it. Like I watch Power Rangers, dude. I'm like one of the only people that still watches it till this day. So, fuck you doing with your life? Well, apparently more than I am. But it's crazy because anybody outside looking in probably think like, wow, he does a lot. I mean, today, like I said, I went to the convention and then I went to freaking NXT TakeOver Chicago, and it's great. It was great. I had a great time. I'm so happy. I mean, I remember before I was like, man, I spent money on this shit, but now it's not like, man, I spent money on this shit. Like, I regretted it or anything. Like, I was excited like crazy, but, you know, I remember saying, like, if there's anything you should invest on moments. Invest your money on moments. Go spend money on a trip. Go spend money on an activity or event, you know, like moments, instead of spending your money on materialistic things, which, granted, you know, we're all freaking slaves to materialistic things. Like, what I buy a lot recently? T-shirts. I get T-shirts recently, and other bullshit. Hold on, I'm yawning. I apologize. But for those who like keep track of this and actually give a fuck, you'll notice that I'm speaking and breathing better. Yeah? It's because I no longer am an owner of a cute little black and white bunny. I sadly had to give that bunny away. I gave it to a shelter here in Chicago called the Red Roof Inn. Or just Red Roof. I think Red Roof Inn is actual freaking like a motel, hotel or something. Hotel. A Red Roof shelter or some shit like that. And they take in bunnies and take care of them. And I gave them my bunny and hope that it gets adopted by somebody and they actually give it a better home. Not that this was a bad home, but it's just that the fact that my allergies... Oh, hold on. I apologize. That my allergies didn't give it a good enough home. First of all, it was just like stuck within my room because for some reason it didn't like to hop on the wood floor. Instead, it was just fine on the carpet. I think it's because of the long nails it has. And also, I couldn't, after the asthma and the allergies got really bad, and what the asthma is the allergy. After the breathing got really bad, I couldn't just leave it around the room because it was just spreading the hair everywhere, and it was just making it worse for me. And yeah, man, it was really bad, and I had lot of freaking. I couldn't sleep for shit. I wake up early. I was on medication like crazy. I had an inhaler. It's the works. But ever since the bunny's been gone, I've been sleeping very well. I've been breathing very well. It's just been great. And it's messed up, man. It's twice that things have been removed and I have been great. But it's bittersweet because I miss it. Anyways, shout out to True Inferno, who is right here on the live show. It's nice to see you. Nice to see someone's actually listening in. It's great meeting you. Y'all, as in whoever the fuck listened to this and was listening to it back in the day. True Inferno used to be on here like twice to promote stuff. He wanted to be on here again to promote the thing he did with Dashi, but seeing as I am a freaking I don't want to say, well, you know, True will say I'm a hater. The thing is that me and that guy cross too much in a sense that people saying that he's me and I'm him, and the guy never acknowledged me. So I don't know. I guess I got beef. I don't know. Maybe I should start beef, right? It'll be like this fucking like a hip hop fucking beef kind of shit. Except I don't think I'm gonna get shot at the end. And if I do get shot at the end, I just become immortal anyways. You know, I become like Tupac or Biggie. I'd rather be more of Tupac than Biggie. Why? Why did I choose to be more of a Tupac than Biggie? Which one is more immortalized, Tupac or Biggie? I think Tupac, not X-Pac, but Tupac is more immortalized than Biggie. Then again, I don't know shit. Going back to, I'm too old for that rave shit. No, speaking of the convention though, the guy who, shout out to Rando for getting me free pass to the freaking Anime Central. He showed me a post. I think it's bullshit because I don't know. You know. Tell the truth, anything goes on in this world. But he showed me a post. It looked like it was Craigslist ad, and it said Persona 5 orgy. And they were just calling out anybody that was cosplaying as Persona 5 and maybe 4 or something like that. They said like Persona 5 and maybe 4 and 3, but definitely not 1 or 2 because it would suck. But anyways, calling out any cosplayers to be a part of this orgy at ASIN. And like, I highly doubt it, but then again, I have experienced, not orgies, but I have experienced how wild these freaking convention people are at Anime Central, so it could be. I know some freaky shit happens. I know that. People get it in, if lucky. But that shit happens. Now, whether they're announced an orgy and all of a sudden the shit happens, like, it actually, like, hey, yeah, I'm here for the orgy, and then some, like, I could see guys like, yeah, I'm here for the orgy, because, you know, fucking us men would be, like, jump on that quick, but I don't know, like, I don't see girls as the type that are going like, yeah, I'm here for the orgy, you know, like, I know there's, like, some out there that exist. I never met these bitches. But the girls that I've met that are freaky are not like openly freaky, as you shouldn't be, really. You should just be openly freaky to the people you want to be freaky to. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Anyways, this post just like, we were laughing at it. It's like, the fuck? Like, straight up. I'm gonna go to a convention and be like, alright, everybody, Marvel orgy. You can only come in if you dress like a Marvel character. I'm pretty sure there's just gonna be a whole bunch of guys dressed up as Deadpool and no chick. And I'm like, well, shit, well, I guess it's a Sasha's fest. Overtime with Naz, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Man, NXT TakeOver was great. I don't need to say what happened because clearly, for anybody who watches NXT, they saw what happened. I can tell you what happened beforehand. I'll tell you this. The pre-show was not actually live. I'll tell you that. The pre-show was pre-taped 30 minutes before it actually aired. So while y'all were watching the pre-show, we were watching some NXT matches that will be shown in future NXT aired shows. You know what I'm saying? So maybe next Wednesday is gonna be, or this coming Wednesday is gonna be NXT from Chicago, or the following Wednesday. I don't remember. I think they already have this Wednesday booked, so it'll be the following Wednesday will be taped of whatever they did before the live NXT TakeOver Chicago. And that involved a match with Aleister Black versus Kurt Hawkins. And then the premiere of that Velveteen Dream, I think his name is. Black dude who's all princed out. Versus, and this was a big thing for me and the guys, versus Robert Anthony, the Eagle, Robert Anthony, who is a freelance wrestler, which is a show we see here that's really great, freelance wrestling, where Mustafa Ali, who's in 205 Live now, came from. Yeah, he showed up and he fought against this guy. Of course, he's the jobber, so he had to job, but catch him in freelance and he doesn't job. Well, he loses matches, but he doesn't job. He just, he's one of the big top guys who's like the icon of the company or whatever, something like that and shit like that. I don't know. He has like a Shredder fucking mask on his tights. He used to come out with that shit, but he doesn't anymore. He was like a luchador, egotistical, fantastico, or some shit like that. Anyways, enough of my wrestling rant. We had a good time. The best time of the night was when this guy was sweeping. They just had a match, and they had to sweep it up for the live show, I guess, for the actual show starting. This guy in there sweeping. And me and Scooby were like, sweep, 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 sweep. But then it died, right? It was me and him. Then all of a sudden, some other motherfuckers in some other section started saying, sweep, sweep, sweep. And then it started catching up. I was like, the fuck, man? We just did that. But anyways... everybody started saying sweep, 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 hyping them up, blah blah. It was fun. Then it stopped. They stopped sweeping the ring, and then they were chanting one more sweep, one more sweep, one more sweep, and that went on for a little bit, and then homeboy jumped in with the broom, and everyone lost their mind. Yeah, and he started sweeping real quick, like around some corner. And he got out, dude. I don't know if he got in trouble for that shit, but that shit was hilarious. Literally, the whole fucking arena went crazy over this one guy sweeping, and that, my friend, right there is the definition of why wrestling is fun. And it's not. It's just little shit like that, especially when you go to just local events or whatnot, or see a house show. It's just really cool fucking funny shit that happens. And that was extremely funny. That was extremely cool. And then after the show finished, there's this team called DIY, right? And they're like best friends and whatnot, blah, blah. And, well, what happens in wrestling, tag teams eventually break up. So one of them turned on the other. So we're outside, blah, blah, blah. We're walking to the car. And this guy just comes walking towards us. He's like, fuck this shirt. And he threw the tag team shirt of DIY. And it landed on the ground. And I look at it. And I like scoped it. And I just stared at it. And I looked at it. And I started looking around. And it's taking my 180 preference. And I thought he was joking. I was just looking at it to see if he was joking, because I expected someone to go and pick it back up. But no, he dropped it. He threw it on the ground, fell down on the ground. He just kept walking, and then nobody else grabbed it. I quickly, the straight up Latino Humboldt Park raised motherfucker ran to that fucking t-shirt, picked it up real quick. Like, well, fuck it, it's mine now. And people were laughing around me. Then we saw what size it was. It was XL, and I don't wear XL. I gave it to Scooby, and Scooby wanted a DIY shirt earlier too. He was like, I was thinking about getting it, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna break up tonight. So there you go. We got a DIY shirt on the house, thanks to that white boy who decided that, money ain't a thing, and just tossed the freaking t-shirt like it costs $5 or something. T-shirts cost like $30 at the event. T-shirts are about 25 something online, which equals to $30 anyways, because of fucking shipping and handling and taxes and all that porqueria. So that was funny. Hold on. I got someone, Rachel Dunn, the one who makes our t-shirts. Shout outs to you. Wanted me to talk about something. Oh, you know what? I never seen Big Men on Campus. And there's a 2? Or is this like part 2 or something? Oh, I see. It's a clip. I've never seen or heard of Big Men on Campus. So I don't know how much I could talk about this. But it looks like it's a movie about a caveman. This is like Encino Man, if it was really Encino Man. Like straight up. Why this guy look like Charlton Copley? I probably murdered that guy's name. Charlton Copley? Dude from District 9 and Hardcore Henry. And wasn't he in something recently? It's gonna be the shit. Oh yeah, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Atomic Blonde is with Professor Xavier. Her Professor Xavier. You know, a fucking Split dude, Professor X dude. Him. Anyways, it looks like him. I've never seen this like in my entire life. I don't know anything about this. But that caveman looked like he's about to get it in. Kitty. Yeah. Kitty is soft. Ooh, my. Why the fuck did he put everything under his shirt? My ears started ringing, so that means people are talking about me. Whether good or bad. If it's good, that's great. If it's bad, at least they're talking about me, right? I'm pretty sure for every single one of us, somebody is talking bad about us. No matter how good you are or whatnot. Because technically, we're all fucking douchebags in some sense. That's bad, man. Is that bad of me to say that? I think technically, well, I don't know. Today, I believe I'm considered a douchebag to somebody. Because a friend wanted to go to the anime convention. Oh shit. Like my whole lip just scraped this mic. Okay. My friend wanted to go to the anime convention. But she was all... We were both like, the weather, whatever. And I was like, I don't know. And she was all like, well, my friend hasn't hit me up yet, blah, blah. But then I told her, it's like, all right, I'll go, but I got to leave early. Because I got to do this NXT shit. I got to leave early, pick up people. And then I literally had to like go to this convention, leave from the convention, go back into the city, pick up the boys, and they head back to the same fucking area for damn pay-per-view event or whatever. Is that even considered pay-per-view event? They're not pay-per-view events anymore. You gotta have like the network and you can watch it. I guess you pay for that, but it's not like pay-per-view. Anyways. So, but then she was like, nah, I mean, by the time get there and blah, 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 probably have like an hour, it's not worth it. I was like, all right. So I went. I mean, I had my fucking pass ready. I was good. I go, I get there, I get a good fucking while to just hang around. It's not much, like I said, it's not much for me to do now. It's like I go there, I walk around a little bit, I'll see fucking costumes, and then I'm good. I'm like, it's whatever. I wasn't buying anything. There's nothing that even made me remotely want to go like, oh shit, and I just end up being broke anyways. When I was at the NXT TakeOver, it's like, oh shit, and then, I wasted money that I shouldn't waste, but I really wanted that t-shirt. So, when I got there and I let the person know, I'm like, hey, I'm here and it's kind of dead. And they're like, oh my God, why you went? You went? What the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, said I had to go because dude that gave me the pass was asking me to go. And I was feeling bogus. Like, all right, he gave me a free pass and now I'm not going. That's kind of bogus. So I wanted to go. I needed to go, just The guy went out of his way to get me a pass, and me not showing up would have been disrespectful. So I go and I meet up with homeboy, and we hang out for a little bit, and that's it. But apparently, I did my friend bogus, so I don't know. I haven't heard from my friend since, and history shows sometimes they'll give you the silent treatment for a while. But we're grown as adults. I'm a grown ass man. Get over it. Shit. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, you show like you gave up. I'm not gonna fucking go above and beyond for it. I mean, we're good friends and whatnot, and I guess it's right or wrong, was whatever, but we shouldn't be mad for something serious, but not mad for something small. I mean, my friends have done me bogus plenty of times. I mean, I'm still great friends with them. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I've been with people who done me bogus 100 times worse that nobody would ever even waste another fucking minute with, and just forgive and forget, and go on. But sometimes you can't take. Sometimes there's too much you can't take. I should have got a water bottle right here, fucking chug and whatnot. True said that he was at Motor City Con. That shit happened right now. You know what? I realized that every weekend is pretty much a convention, because there's people like cosplayers, especially. I follow like one Big Trent. Shout out to Big Trent if you ever hear this. That guy, I swear, like every weekend he's at a convention. That, or unless he's been saving pictures from conventions like crazy, and he always posts them up. But it feels like every weekend, wherever the hell he's at, there's a convention. It's like me, if I go to a convention every weekend. Oh, excuse me. No matter what it is, computer convention, I just go over there and shit, dressed up as a Dell laptop from 1995. Did they even have Dell laptops in 1995? Hell no, there wasn't even no laptops in 95, let alone computers. Shit. I'm just rambling. I don't know how this mic sounds once again, so feedback will be much appreciated, either through the chat here or on Twitter. And if you don't know my Twitter, use a fool. You is un fool. De verdad. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what went down today. I'm excited for today, because technically it's already Sunday, and where my choices once again is go to anime convention again, and I have the same choice. I go to the anime convention again, and then WWE Backlash. But then it's going to be the same old crap. I go there, I walk around, take some pictures, and then I got to head back and get my boy, and then head back to go to Backlash. It's a lot of chaos. True Inferno got whipped by Catwoman, huh? I saw Catwoman at the convention yesterday, or today, whatever, too. And it was the freaking Batman Returns Catwoman. Which, look, by the way, Batman Returns Catwoman is the best Catwoman ever. Hands down. Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. For life. That costume, Catwoman. For life. Is like the iconic fucking shit. It's just, that's Catwoman. It's so iconic that even the new show Gotham used it. They used the whole pushing Selena Kyle out the window and cats all over her quote unquote dead body. Now look, I don't know the lore of Catwoman in the comics, so I don't know if that's exactly what came from the comics, and then Tim Burton used it, and then Gotham just did the same shit. If so, that's awesome. But for right now, everything came from Batman Returns, so that was fucking beautiful little nod and reference to that one thing where that girl already looks like fucking a young Michelle Pfeiffer. So, what happened to Michelle Pfeiffer? That's a really beautiful woman. I think she's still beautiful. What's the last shit she was in? The last thing she was in was that Tim Burton movie, right? Something where Depp was a vampire and woke up with a family, and Hit Girl was a werewolf. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Good night, True. Which can't stay up. Oh, puss ass. Oh, Mark ass. Good night. Yeah, there was an article saying that Batman Returns is probably the best Batman film made. And after I read that, just the title, not the article itself, but after I read the title, I was like, I was not like yawning. I was thinking it might be right. Like, I remember when the sequel came out, apparently it didn't do so well, and it did so bad that it made, or quote unquote bad, that it made Tim Burton not want to make sequels again. It's like, what? I remember Returns was fucking great. Returns was fucking beautiful. And I'm probably, I don't know, now I know there's people who don't like Batman Forever. I find Batman Forever the shit. It is legit. I mean, watching it again. Before I move on to whatever, but watching it again, I realized that, you know, it's quirky or whatever, but it's still the same shit now. Batman and Robin, is no way around it. It's just so bad, but there is such a thing that so bad is good. I saw someone put in a post like, hey, this movie is bad, period, not it's so bad it's good. Look, that is your fucking opinion. My opinion is that a movie can be done badly, but it's fucking brilliant and fantastic. But some movies can be done badly that is just fucking badly. But going back to Batman Forever, there is a Batman Forever freaking edit, a fan edit, that I just found out about, and I want to fucking see this. And, you know, of course, it'll be something that is not fucking easy to find. It's something unbelievably hard to find, and it makes no sense how something that existed not be still around to be shared. It pisses me off. It's called Batman Forever, the Red Book edition, I believe. And apparently that the original cut of Batman Forever was supposed to be very dark, almost like Dark Knight-ish. And someone put it all together. And I just saw the intro, which is just the fucking deleted scene of the intro, original intro. And I loved it, and I wanted to see it. Oh, shit. Sorry. And then I found a website that there's all these fan edits, and I was interested. I was like, man, there's these, oh shit, they made a fan edit of this movie. It sounds cool, but then it's like I was not gonna go and start watching movies left and right of movies I've already seen, re-edited. Because, you know, they have like Star Wars movies re-edited, but I'm not gonna watch those unless I know it's like really, really, really ridiculously good looking. But I would really love to get my hands on this fucking red whatever mierda that exists out there. I don't know where it's at, or if I ever get it. But, you know, speaking of Batman, Batman is something that is for Batman is marketed to kids before. Now, this day and age, not so much. Look, I was thinking about, like, it came up in a discussion with my friends or somebody about how cartoons and figures and such are mainly an adult geared market now, I guess that's what I want to say. There's stores that, sell action figures and collectibles and stuff like that, and they're not stores aimed for kids. Kids can go there, but it's adults that go in there. It's an adult store. Like one of my my friends, a beautiful couple, they own a store called Nakama Toys, and it's just all Asian collectibles, like freaking from animes and whatnot. But they branched out, and they're getting more stuff like DCs and Marvels and blah blah. And they are heavy on Gundam kind of shit, the build 'em up Gundam sets. And there'll be families coming in with their kids, but it's mostly adults. It's a store, and remember she said that to other people. It's like, no, it's a store aimed for adults. It's an adult toy store. Damn, that sounds bad, right? And this is a market that wasn't around when we were growing up, because, and here's my theory. This is what I came to quickly too, once I realized that our generation grew up heavily on toys, video games, and comics, and freaking Toys R Us commercials that sing a song that we will never grow up, that we'll be a Toys R Us kid. And I think that freaking shit really worked, and they got us young, because technically me, I'm still a Toys R Us kid, but they got us, like, that mentality that we will never grow up, we'll be Toys R Us kid. And because we were so heavy on these animated shows and figures, and then as we got older, we moved on to anime, and anime was geared onto adults, and it's kind of the same thing. And then we grew up with The Simpsons, and that was geared to adults as well. And then we got Family Guy, and now we got American Dad and Archer, and Beavis and Butthead was aimed towards adults too. And the generation before us, they had their kids shows, but they were raised to a point where it's like, okay, you can like this, okay, now stop liking this, you have to be a grown-up and adult, and this is for kids kind of mentality. Like, it was shoved in their face, like, don't like that, you're a fucking grown-up now, that's how I feel. Like, they had to stop being a kid and stop caring about that. So if anybody now these days, it's still the same thing. Like, so anybody is like got that mentality where they'll see a movie, say like Lego's Batman, right? The Lego Batman movie. They'll look at that and be like, oh man, that's a kid's movie. Yes, but no. Like, yes, kids would be the ones to make it money, but in truth, adults are the one who want to go see it like crazy. More than kids. Kids want to see it like crazy. Adults really want to see it. When a kid watches the Lego Batman movie, they'll laugh. They'll like it. But they won't crack up like an adult who watches the Lego Batman movie and get all the references and see all the little adult kind of freaking jokes in it and whatnot. And the same thing goes for every freaking kind of kids movie. we keep it alive in the market. I'm telling you, there's so many stores here that just like geared to adults that look like it's a kid's store. Novelties, old little fucking figurines and whatnot, new figurines, freaking custom made figurines. It's amazing. And look at what happened like a couple months, like in March, with the Power Ranger came back, and that movie was like a big deal, even though it should have made more money. And you know, there's a lot of y'all who are all like, whatever, Power Ranger movie is gonna be bogus and shit like that. But once y'all saw it, you all were fucking loving the fuck out of it and taking back your words. And still there's some of y'all who's like, I'll wait and shit. Well, thank you, because now I'm fucking being threatened that I might not get a sequel, even though I still believe that the hype is real and there's gonna be a sequel. But whatever. The craze for that came back, and even before that movie, it was like the years before when the anniversary hit of the craze for that came back. Now I'm able to get like Power Ranger t-shirts and Power Ranger figures and really freaking detailed, legit gear and accessories. And it's not like that when we were kids. When we were kids, it was popping, and you know what? It was popping. I remember there was this one dude. It was popping to the point that the craze of collecting was starting. Now, I know collectors have been around since forever. I don't know. I really believe that 90s was the time that it really started like picking up. And then it just got to where we're at now, where movies based on comics are being made and make money, and that's the market there is, and everybody is a fucking geek or nerd now. And Star Wars came back, and now everybody cares about Star Wars since it's all cool now and blah blah. And fuck, where you guys at before? What happened to those people who were talking shit about me liking Star Wars in high school, and then all of a sudden they became Star Wars fans? It's like, see, man, you just don't know. I was hanging with, what the fuck's going on here? I was hanging with someone months ago, and that person wasn't in the geek fashion kind of stuff, like, but they met me, and then they got like interested in it, and they said, I'm showing them Star Wars, and then they became Star Wars fans. Whether they're still Star Wars fans now, I don't know, but. And then they got interested in Marvel, and then they started realizing that these movies were all connected and whatnot. And they had a big like plot and an arc and whatnot. And they're like, wow, like I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, you gotta step out of the bubble and get with the real shit. So yeah, my thesis is that other generation before us grew up and were basically like just enforced, hey, you gotta grow up at this point and you gotta, leave that shit behind. You're a man, you're a grown man, you're a grown adult, blah blah. When our generation still have those kind of people, and for those people who are like that, I really, really, truly feel sorry for you. Because I know deep down inside you're like me, a geek, but you were just like, hey, fuck all that shit. I'm a grown up now. I gotta do grown up things. And that's cool. That's all good. But you could do that and still be cool like we are. Well, we grew up, it was all like, we're never gonna grow up. We're gonna love this to the day we die. Thus, we become comic book artists. We become just artists in general. We become animators. We become fucking writers and freaking YouTubers talking geek, or podcasters talking geek. We become the next wave. We become the future. We become the generation ahead. Now we just gotta keep that mentality to freaking change the world a little bit better. You know what I say? Like, I don't think anybody that's into geeky shit is like technically bad. Because you gotta remember, all these geeky stuff give off good morals and whatnot. So we're all cool people. I think the ones that don't follow this or live this lifestyle are the ones that don't have good morals and are not good people. I'm pretty sure Trump is not like a big, like, hey, he knows about X-Men and Spider-Man and the Avengers and whatnot, or blah, blah, blah. So that's why he's a fucking bigot and an asshole. And I'm probably going to get shot after anybody in the freaking higher-ups hear this shit. Because you can't talk bad about the boy. Fuck you. We can do whatever we want. It's a free country, baby. It's a free country, baby. I'm running out of steam. I think so. Anyways, Chris Cornell died. That's sad, right? That's sad stuff. Found out he died because of depression. And that's really sad. You know, you lost... Freaking... Hold on. There's a video here that says someone called someone out on prom. Hold on. Her boyfriend cheated on her. She called his ass out at prom in front of everyone. I don't know if y'all can hear this.
Graduating with my class will really make me happy. Really keep me fantastic. And everyone has a great time this year. Not many of you might know this, but I got into a car crash on Monday. And
She's talking about, she's thanking everybody. She got in a car crash. And she looked good too. Ooh, damn. Damn, called his ass out in front of everybody and then poured drink on his ass. And then these white people are like, world star. Damn, Thomas looked like a tall, geeky white boy too with glasses and shit. And he cheated? But his reaction is not, it's like a fucking, like, mouth open but smiling reaction. So was this staged or was it real? Oh, snap. As fucking high schoolers and shit like that, man. That's what they do. They cheat. Hearts will be broken. You go into life, your heart is going to be broken. This shit just happens, yo. Get over it. It sucks. It shouldn't happen. But shit happens, yo. What can I say? Oh, shit. Oh, look at the hand slap on this shit. That shit's dope. Anyways, fuck. That shit just threw me off. Like, I was about to talk about something, and then that video just fucked me up. He dabbed on him. Shit, I don't remember. Alright, hold on. Let's try to see if I can backtrack. I talked about... Fuck, what the hell did I talk about? Sorry, guys. I know this is not... Fucking... Oh, I was talking about Chris Cornell and how he died of depression, and then it reminds me of Robin Williams dying of depression, and depression can be such a bitch. Look, man, I don't know, because I feel like I want to say like, yeah, I was depressed, blah blah, and like I feel like I'm being like not legit and the fact that I wasn't depressed. No, I felt depressed at one point, but I don't know, like, for people to be so depressed that they take their life, I feel like my depression is just like nigga please kind of depression, you know. And it is, in a way. Like, my depression was a nigga please kind of depression. It's scary that, like, you can let your mind go so deep that it just mentally fucking breaks you and you can't take anymore. And you do something to yourself. It is scary. The mind is scary. So fucking scary. That's why I don't like to try to dwell too deep and get to, I could sit here, literally sit here and think about all the bullshit that has happened to me in my life or now. And it's just a waste of time when I can think about all the good shit that I got going on. Today was a good day. You know, not a lot of people got to do that in one day. You know, I might have pissed a friend off, but the fuck, you know, it's like, it's not that serious. I feel like anybody, especially if you're, I don't know, like, I don't know the guy's life, you know, I just assume, like, if you're a celebrity, life is good, but it's not the case. But it can't be that freaking horrible. I don't know, I guess I could see it. I guess I get a taste of it when someone like me, who puts a lot of work into the stuff I do, podcasting and gaming and the videos, all different forms of it, and the only recognition I'll get on a major scale is one person and a category of work. And that shit does, like, take a toll on you, you know. I don't try to let it fucking really destroy me, but it does take a freaking toll. It's like, alright, like, dude, I did this whole freaking dinner, but you're just focused on that pork chop right there. So you're telling me that pork chop is the only good thing about this whole plate I just made? Like, the rice is not good? That's a piece of shit? But that meat is on point? It's disrespectful, I think. Very disrespectful when everybody puts in 100% and nobody gives a fuck. It's just one thing. Well, it takes a toll on you, you know? And I can imagine, like, people who are, like, so high up in the game and then they're not that high up anymore. I guess it takes a toll on them, too. Or they're just known for something else. Like, I don't... You know, they said that the funniest people on the earth are the ones who are actually the saddest. And that was evident with, like, not Richard Pryor. That was evident with Robin Williams. But Richard Pryor was another one. And I believe it was him who said that. And remember, like, Martin Lawrence went through a lot of shit, too. And he made a stand-up. Like, everybody who goes through bad stuff use it for good stuff. I'm in no way on any level close to Robin Williams or Richard Pryor or Martin Lawrence or Dave Chappelle or Louis C.K. or any of the great fucking comedians, George Carlin. I'm nowhere near that level, you know. And I would never say I am on that level. I will always say I'm on my level. I'm not a comedian per se. I don't do stand-up. I don't think I'll ever do stand-up. I don't think I'll ever be good at doing stand-up. I tell you what I could be good at. I could be good at just talking to you and making you laugh. You know, not everybody's just gonna get my jokes, but for the most part, throughout my whole lifespan, I'm one of the most funniest people know. So, I'm an entertainer. I consider myself an entertainer, especially to like whoever listens to this or whoever watches the videos. So, you all get me through, technically, I think. When I was at C2E2, I met up with the fans. And their reaction, their vibe, the way they spoke about us and how we infected their lives and whatever. Just the fact that they were very happy to see us and hang with us. And then they tell us, you know, such an impact we had in their lives. It's still a shock to us, especially me. And it's always motivation for me to still do this. By the end of that day, I was down in a run. It ended, and it's for the stupidest shit too. Like, the reason I was down, it shouldn't have. There's like no reason. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, it shouldn't have been even a case. Like, fuck, man, get over it, grow up, you know. But it did affect me for a couple of days. But I will always remember the end, right before the end, right before I went into fucking sad mode. There was this one chick who met us, and she was like, she met the biggest celebrities in the place, which I always tell them, like, yo, we're just normal guys, it's cool, calm down. And she said how much we mean to them, and you know, the impact of their life, whatever, blah blah. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's like it was a beautiful feeling, just that we brought so much joy to people's lives, especially when you watch the documentary, Sitting on Dubs, which, by the way, I mean, if you're like just a listener out of nowhere and don't know who the fuck I am, go to mwe4life.com and watch the documentary, Sitting on Dubs. And if you're real cool, you'll donate. Money will go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. But anyways, watching that always amps me up, because I see the impact I made on people's lives. And then when you actually meet people, you actually experience it, and it's motivational. It's good. And it's the reason why I'm like, you know, for all the lows and porqueria that's happened to me in my life, and I'm not a perfect person either. I mean, I've done people wrong myself, but I've always, what's the word I'm looking for? I've always said I'm sorry for what I did, and sometimes I believe like the stuff that happened to me is because I deserve it, which is not a good fucking reason to think. But anyways, going back, no matter what, that's the one thing that I'm proud of, and is the one light in my life. Besides other things, of course, like fucking your basic, got a nice job, you know. I love my job. It's better than my last job, and I'm at the point where finally somewhere I like to be, you know. Shit's good. Shit's smooth. So I got a job. I got a roof over my head still. I got everything I need. I mean, most people don't have a fucking Xbox One and a PS4. And I do. I don't have all the newest games, but I got games nonetheless. And I do this. I just went to fucking NXT TakeOver Chicago. I'm going to fucking Backlash. You know, I don't travel everywhere. I don't do this. I don't do that. But I live a pretty cool life. And I do whatever makes me happy. And that's what everybody should do. I don't want to say that and then you're going like, you know what makes me happy? Killing cats, nigga. No, I'm not telling you to do that stuff. Just, you know, be happy. Not in a hurtful way. I apologize if you hear the freaking chair. Because I know this mic's supposed to pick up everything, but I don't know how much it pick up. Because I don't see the bar go up and down like crazy all the time. So to me, it sounds like this shit's all fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. So anyway, depression is amazing. I don't know. It's crazy how the mind can go that far and take your own life. I can never be so sad that I'll be like, you fuck this. But I'm not. It's sad, man. He was a very talented man, and so was everybody else. And even if you're not a talented person, we're all fucking talented and special in our own way. So I wouldn't want anyone to go and take their own life. No friend or family member should deal with someone who just did that. I have not. No bullshit. No. I did. Yeah, I did deal with someone who did that. Wow. That just brought back memories. I had a cousin that when they lived here in Chicago, we were close. And my uncle moved to Puerto Rico and took my, kids with him. So that was like 3 cousins. 4, I guess. 5, maybe, altogether. But the 3 small ones were the ones I was closest with. So one day, I remember this too. It was sometime in the 90s. I don't know when. I was watching TV. We had the hot box, so pay-per-views up the ass. But I don't know if this was on pay-per-view or HBO or whatever. But they were giving Good Burger, and I love Good Burger. I was watching Good Burger, and my parents came home, and my mom's crying. I'm like, what? Oh no, she came home, and then they got a phone call, I think, and then she started crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she told me that my cousin took his own life in front of his brother, my other cousin. I was like, oh, shit. I don't know if I cried or I was just in shock. But yeah, apparently my uncle and my aunt, that's what you call your uncle's wife, right? Your aunt, not literally my aunt, like my parents' sibling, but just the wife of my uncle. Whatever. They left. And they took the smallest one. And the oldest one was the one that took his life. And he was chilling with the middle one. And they found, or they grabbed a gun from the place. And just chilling. I think he told him like, hey, look. Now, whether he knew, okay, here's the thing. Whether he knew the bullet was in the gun or not, I don't know. But that he put it to his mouth and just pulled it. And that man, can you imagine just seeing that? Seeing your own brother take his life? Holy shit. Man, I don't know what I'll do. That shit'll haunt. Like, look, I was by my father's side before he died. I didn't get to see him die, but think I was the last person, the family to see him before the room was filled with some priest and some other people. So that shit's hitting me right now. Like, I didn't see him go, but I was the last person there. In that conversation, I remember too, it wasn't like he wasn't talking back. He was just laying there. And they told me, look, this is it. It's gonna be the final moment. So I'm gonna leave you in the room with him for, everybody's getting their turn, and you're gonna be one of the last ones. So maybe, sorry, because that shit almost broke me down. Maybe it was me that he was the last one that needed to hear, because there was a lot of other people that talked to him before me. So maybe it was me that he just needs to hear. And I talked to him, and I remember telling him that that I heard he when he found out he was ill, that all he wanted to do was be able to watch me graduate high school. My father was diagnosed with HIV, like, man, I don't know. He's been living with it for a long time. And I found out on my own too, by accident. But anyways, that when they told him, like, yeah, you got this and blah, 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 that my father, like, really prayed and wished that he could at least live long enough to see me graduate high school. So tell me why. A year after I graduated from high school is when my father was finally, like, dying, when cancer finally took him. And I told him that I knew that, and that I'm happy he was able to see me graduate. I don't know anything else, but I know even though he wasn't responding or anything like that, he was just laying there, eyes closed and breathing hard. It was a tear that came down. And that's how I knew he was. That's how I knew he heard me. So I think after I said all that and some other shit or whatever, I walked out the room and I went into the bathroom. And I think I could just continue to cry there, I think. And then was moments after that, I started hearing my mom crying, like, drastically and shit, hysterically and whatnot. And that's when I found out that he actually, like, finally passed away. My mom was pissed because my mom wanted to be there, but she was like, oh, they told me to get out the room while the pastor and whoever was in there, if she wanted to be there to the end. Maybe it was good that she wasn't there and didn't see him pass away. I don't know. But anyways, I guess that's the closest for me to see somebody die. So seeing someone take their own life, that's intense. There are times when I do think about, like, what if my friend, what if I have to go through a friend dying? Because these guys and girls are like my brothers and sisters, more brother and sister to me than my own brothers and sisters. And I have nothing to. I love my brothers and sisters, but they not exactly here. The brother I have here, I'm not really that close to. I love him, but You know, we're not gonna hang out and shit. My sister I visited last year in Florida. Then I got the other one that I visited that lives in Massachusetts. I don't even know if I say that right because I be made fun of for saying Massachusetts, so I just say Boston now. I'm very close with her. I love her. Another brother that I loved, he ended up I don't think he ended up taking his own life. It just accidentally took his own life. Because he was... Well, I don't know. There's two theories. Either one, he accidentally took his own life by being in the garage with the car on and not knowing it because he was too drugged. Or two, he took his own life by being in the garage with the car on and knowing it. I don't know. But, wow, damn, I got real down in this fucking podcast, didn't I? Got real. My bad. Me apologies. That is not my goal. But my goal in Overtime with Naz is to be real. To be real. So, fuck you. Deal with it. So yeah, if I think about my friends, it's just sad. I don't know what I would do. And I really wouldn't want my friends to deal with that either. So, yeah, you can imagine the fright when I got in a freaking car accident and they didn't know what the hell was going on. And they got a call from my freaking ex just like, hey, we got in an accident and freaking this guy's in another hospital. They separated us. You need to go find him, contact his mother and let her know and blah, blah. And they're like, oh, what the fuck? So when I wake up, I just find my brother and my mom, and then I see everybody else coming in. And everybody visited me. Like, dude, man, everybody. It was Carol, Scooby, Adrian, LP's girlfriend at that time. Not her ex, who was also my friend. Like, everybody. They were just there. And then the following day, the next morning, it was like other people. And phone calls from people and shit like that. Like, everybody was worried. Then online, oh shit, man. They put stuff up online, especially my ex. And everybody was like, oh shit, what? I don't know, every time it hits around that anniversary mark, I just start thinking about it. And like, man, we got lucky. And I hate it. It was like, I'm thinking about this, and then it's like, fucking, there's no acknowledgement about it from other people. Yeah. So, overall, I'm not dying anytime soon. Even though I keep saying I'm going to die. Because there's all this pain that's happening in my body. Like now, you know, the bunny's gone and I can breathe good. Yay. And I sleep well. But now there's this fucking pain on my left hand that just hurts like it's a nerve. And you know what? That shit just happened out of the blue while I was working. It's just reaching or something, grabbing, I don't know, and it's just like, and I felt like a nerve, like, that hurt it, but then that's it. That shit happens sometimes, but I guess this time was the last time, and ever since then, it just fucking hurts like crazy, and then it'll be fine throughout the week, and then when it hits the weekend again, it just fucking hurts like hell. I don't know, I don't get it. I don't understand. I do not understand. Anyways, for anybody who's listening, thank you for listening. It makes no sense at all. Why is you listening? Hold on, I gotta check my... Yo, I was so upset that Adam Cole didn't actually show up. Oh yeah, me too. Hell yeah, me too. guys too much, huh? Hell yeah, so were we. Anyways, so more of the story is fuck True Inferno. And now you gotta quote me on that one. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy again, Volume 2, and fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, after seeing it the second time, not like, you know, the first time I loved it, the second time made me really love it, you know. And the music was the one thing I was like about, and it's just because the first movie, the music was so impactful and so poppy and so good and shit like that. And then the second one, I guess the first time around it like came out, but it didn't just come out so well yet. Like the mix didn't hit yet for me. Like it just went through, just flew by. Watching the second time around, like the mix of the music and the scenes made sense more and mixed in more. And then I listened to the album itself, the Volume 2 mix, and then it was just like beautiful. So now the movie is much better to me than it was before, even though before it was fucking great already. If that makes sense. Here's another freaking example. Any fucking shit that I've done is cool, is great, but when I hear the reaction you guys give our work and then we watch it again, it becomes much better. Before, Juggernaut Bitch was just great as it was. It was like, ah shit, it made us laugh, it was great. But when I introduced it to the world and the response from it 11 years later still makes it fucking great every time I will watch it. And I don't watch it a lot. I don't watch a lot of her stuff a lot, but there'll be times when I go back and I'll watch it and I'll crack up because of a few things. One, memories. There were great times. They were freaking hilarious. And two, because of the memories that y'all made for it, I guess, like that. Quotes and whatnot and shit like that. That's why. So then, you know, second time around, Guardians is better. And I guess I fall the same way for that Power Ranger movie. That, oh my god, I can't wait until this shit comes out so I can watch it like crazy. But that's besides the point. Moving on to other things. I have comic books that I need to read, and I'm not reading them. The Batman Flash fucking The Button event happened recently, and I'm like, okay, I could either read this now or I can wait until I fucking read all the Batman and Flash comics leading up to that, which I don't think really matters because it's just standalone, and then the rest don't really match up to that shit. And then I see the comics I picked up this week, like The Punisher and Daredevil and whatnot. And I'm like, I only read like the first couple issues of the new Daredevil. And then I stopped. And I just started collecting. And now I got like 20 altogether. So, I mean, minus whatever the 6 I already read. So I got less than 20. But still, I have a lot to read. And I already have so much to read. This Inhuman versus X-Men I started like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't finished it because, I mean, the only time I really read them is on the weekend, and well, these last few weekends I've been busy. Just like this weekend, I'm really busy, and I should be like editing stuff, and I haven't. Instead, I'm here talking to myself, I guess, talking to this mic, making a podcast. But at least it's being productive. It's something that's making a podcast, right? So, yeah. On that note, guys, it's been great talking to y'all. It's already like 3:22 a.m. I think I've clocked in enough. gave you guys 85 minutes of my life. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep because I think I'm going to go ahead and GTS because I'm tired as fuck. And I need some rest because tomorrow's going to be another day and it's going to be a good day. Oh, yes, it is. So this is Nostradamus telling y'all to keep on keeping on. Remember, there's a Discord. Fucking shit. A Goon Lounge. A Discord. The link. There's some link, man. I don't know. Follow my fucking Twitter. Nostradamus. Or just go to mweforlife.com. There's so many things you can do. But I hope if you're listening to this on my YouTube channel, which is Naz the Stampede, thank you. And look forward to a Geek Much, I guess. I don't know. If I have something to geek about, I'll do a Geek Much. There's always stuff to geek about. But then again, I just geeked in this one. So have I just out-geeked my own podcast? What? I'm just kidding. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. I've always loved podcasting. Whether anybody's listening to me now besides True Inferno, who came for a little bit and left, thank you. I think Rachel is listening in, so thank you for listening in. For others who are listening in just at any time of the day, thank you for listening in. I hope I've been a companion throughout your work day or just your chilling day or your drive here and there or whatever, stuff like that. That'll be really cool. Sadly, the only way you can listen to me is through the Spreaker or my YouTube. Spreaker has a good app, so you could use the Spreaker app to fucking hear my podcast here and there, whatever. I'm working on bringing back Pod to the Future. Not for real though. The series for real though. That is his own thing. But Pod to the Future, where it's us, podcasting, will be back. The other theme will be to be continued, hopefully. So, Nostradamus, also known as Naz Stampede, and you just clocked in some overtime. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you on the flip side, and remember, think fast. I should have threw something at your faces at that moment. Anyways, deuces. This podcast was brought to you by Romper Jesus. Only a real nigga wears it.